Yeah, just to kind of recap the game, I was really proud of our effort. I thought our kids played extremely hard. I thought our sideline was really into it on Friday. Seems like it's about a month ago, but they really were, being good teammates, being enthusiastic, into it the whole time. And I thought our crowd did an excellent job on Friday. I was really proud of the, understanding when to be loud and when maybe not to be quite as loud. And defensively, a great game. 4 takeaways. Anytime you get 4 turnovers against somebody, you're doing a heck of a job. We even got a takeaway on special teams when they did the fake punt, and a really nice play by Tahir. So to be +4 in the game, which is what we ended up, you're going to have a great opportunity to win the ball game. That's the number one component of our plan to win is win the turnover takeaway. So excellent job in that area. Mekhi Hughes, another strong outing offensively, 166 yards, and he just continues to keep doing a great job of making the first guy miss or breaking tackles and finishing runs the way he needs to. So very, very proud of him and the game he put together. Offensive line played well. I thought our 2 tackles, Cam Wire and Rashad Green, had probably the best games they've had. Since they've been here. They both played really, really well. And then defensively, we had a bunch of guys that played well. I thought Coach Wood and the defensive staff put together a fabulous game plan. To hold that team with a quality quarterback and great receivers to what we held them to is really outstanding. Great job. And we're starting to play even a little bit better defensively over the last few weeks. Special teams, I thought we had great kickoff coverage. I think they took 2 out, one to the 15-yard line and one to the 13-yard line, and then also a great job of protection. And as far as extra point field goal, Val made 3 field goals. One of them is career long, I believe, at 47 yards. And then we did a good job with our punt protection and coverage. So just a good overall game against an excellent team. SMU, they've had a great year. They had 2 tough games early. They gave Oklahoma all they wanted early in the season, and then TCU, and then they've gone on a heck of a win streak here over the last, whether they won their last 8 or 9. I'm not sure which, but they've won a bunch of them in a row. I know we're going to be seeing a different quarterback. I feel sorry for the young man that got hurt. We never want to see that with anybody. But the kid they got coming in is an outstanding quarterback. He's played a lot. They've had a lot of blowout wins where he's gotten a lot of opportunities to get out there and play and get some experience. I believe his high school team won the first team from Dallas Independent School District to win a state championship. They did that a couple of years ago. So very, very talented team. Offense, defensively, they're one of the top defenses in the country. It's kind of been their tough thing for them has been defense, and they've played extremely well defensively over the last this whole season. I think they're the 13th ranked defense in the nation. So we're looking forward to the challenge on Saturday. Anybody got any questions?
Look, Coach, you didn't have your quarterback early in the season for a big game. How much does it change things? How much does it put them at a disadvantage?
Oh, the thing you do is just, for us, we've got to do a good job of game planning, for a different style, offense, and, in the games that this young man came in and played, they ran, pretty much their same offensive structure, but with him having a whole week, with him being the guy, I'm sure there's going to be some plays and some things that are going to accent a little bit more to fit his strengths.
Does that make it more difficult to game plan? You don't know some of those things until
No, there's a lot of tape to watch, out there, high school tape, college tape, this year in particular. He's played a lot of snaps. I haven't looked it up on Pro Football Focus, but I'm guessing he's played, 100, 150 snaps this year. So it's not like he's been out there and played 5 snaps.
Being at home in a situation like that, is that worth points or not?
Well, I'm glad we're playing at home. I was really proud of our fans this last week. Our collective did an outstanding job of we got tickets out there. We had darn near a full house last Friday, and I thought they really did a good job. It was, everybody loves football in New Orleans, and our people knew when to cheer and when to maybe keep it down a little bit. And I thought it was a heck of an atmosphere. And with all the students back this week, it ought to be even better this week.
8 years ago, you said that you wanted to do this consistently. If you win Saturday, does that fulfill that definition?
Well, it got us going in the right direction for sure. This is a huge ball game for us. It's opportunity for Tulane to be conference champs back to back. The last time they did that was 1930 and 1931. So I don't think anybody in the room was here for that. I certainly wasn't. So this is big. It's and the guys have worked so hard, and that's why I've been talking to them all week about just focusing on our books and football this week, is these opportunities don't come around, that often. So we need to prepare and play great on Saturday.
Is there one lasting memory from last year's championship game?
Oh, I thought it was neat when the kids, charge field, all that stuff. But that was kind of something we thought about maybe in January and February, but kind of moved on from that a long time ago. I'm sure our players have too, but I am excited that the students are going to be back and be here for it, and so that's good. I think they've done a good job of supporting their fellow students, and I'm sure they'll do that on Saturday as well.
But having been through it one time in your building, everything that led up to Saturday a year ago, what do you take from that? What do you change that maybe you, in retrospect, you would have done differently in terms of how this game works?
Oh, there wouldn't be anything I'd do differently. It's there's a lot more festivities and media obligations. We had one yesterday. We'll have another one, I believe, on Friday. There's a pep rally on Wednesday. There's some other stuff that we're going to do this week, and it's a big game. The conference wants to highlight 2 ranked teams playing, and that hasn't happened very many times here at Tulane, where both Tulane and the other team are both ranked. So huge ball game.
Has this season played out the way you thought it would?
I just really get laser focused, and during preseason camp, I was worried about preseason camp, and then we were getting ready for week 1. I was getting ready for week 1, and so it's I don't look at the big picture. I have the ability to just focus on the task at hand, and I think the majority of our players do a great job of that. I always tell them, if you sit back and you pout about a bad result or you gloat about a great result, you're not going to be as good as you can be in the present. So we try to always, just have laser focus on the present.
You mentioned that's what's allowed them to be so successful?
Well, I looked at their personnel, and I don't know if there was too many of the same players that played last year against us. So they did a good job of going out and getting some guys, and it's another year in the same system. They do a good job of getting in and out of some fronts, and are athletic enough that they can pressure you with coverage and bringing an extra guy. I believe they've got 40 sacks on the year, so they're a very aggressive team.
Cam Pettisclo was a late addition to this.
Yeah, he's been fantastic for us. He's been very valuable. I know Michael and Cam are both getting ready to talk, but he's kind of the quarterback on the defense. He's been just outstanding. He's he's a great tackler. He's really smart. He played 83 snaps last week. He played every snap on defense, and he had 1 bust you know, and there's a lot of moving parts, man. This game was easy 20 years ago, and it's not easy anymore. You know, they're shifting, they're motioning, they're trading strength, they're checking calls, we're checking calls, and he does a really nice job of knowing what he's supposed to do and then doing it. Some guys know what they're supposed to do, they can't do it. He can do both.
Coach, every once in a while, I ask my wife if she's happy here. Are you happy here?
Yeah, why wouldn't that be it? Do I look sad?
No, you don't.
Well, I think what he's getting at was, like yesterday, the new AD said they want you to retire.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that last year I wasn't going to be a distraction. This year I'm not going to be a distraction. I hope next year you're asking me the same goddamn questions and I'm not being a distraction. All right, so we're locked in on Saturday. You know, as I said before, this is a huge ball game for us, and that's the only thing I'm concerned about.
To that point, do you have to address it with the team? Obviously, your name's gonna.
I think that's a compliment to our program, you know, and all those kind of things. But that's something that I'm not concerned about. I don't think our guys are either. You know, so that's other than having these little events right here, they probably would not hear anything about all that stuff. But I thought we kind of talked about that yesterday at the press conference. But I guess we just keep going, huh?
Better than the alternative.
Yeah, it's much better than the alternative. Coach, we're going to get rid of your ass. That'd be bad.
Well, how often have people asked you those kind of questions?
Well, I've been really lucky. Haven't had that. So
I do have one more.
maybe sometimes they've thought that. I don't
One
know.
more on Saturday. There have been some high-profile instances in football, and I'm thinking of an NFL example. For example, when Brady came in for Bledsoe, where a backup came in for a very established
Yeah,
starter, it turned out to be very good.
You bet.
You
There's a
talked
bunch
about
of those. Yeah, we are. We're just addressing it and wanting to play the very best we can play this week. And I don't get into all. We got to play great. This kid's a great player. He's on a full scholarship at SMU. They're 5th ranked team in the country. He's our number 2 guy. And we got to play really well on Saturday. Have the outcome we want to have. Everybody good?
Good.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.